Man, I look rough. So, I just got out of bed. It is 7:39 in the morning. I'm going to take you through my day today with my new camera that I recently got. I'm recording on the DJI Action 5 Pro. I'll show you what it looks like real quick. Hold on. Let me go to my bathroom. Okay. So, this is it. This is the camera. I just did the unboxing the other day, and I didn't really do too much with this. Like, I kind of just did my usual settings that I do with my other cameras, and that's it. I haven't really gone out to film it, so I'll just use this camera throughout the day. So I'll show you what my day is like today, but also, what the camera's like and how I feel about it. I have a haircut at 10 o'clock from my actual barber, not me. So it's very long overdue. But in the meantime, I'm going to do some walking, and then I'll try to eat something, and then obviously shower before I go to my haircut. So I'll need to leave here in about a little less than 2 hours. So I have some time to get some stuff done, It's supposed to hit mid 80s today, so it's going to be pretty hot later. I figured it'd be nice if I could do a chunk of my walking in the morning. Because as you may know, I do 10,000 steps every single day. And for me, it's a lot easier for me to get it done if I can hit at least 5,000 in the morning, especially on the weekends if I have a lot of free time. So it's always the first half, the first 5,000 steps is always a lot harder than the second half. So if I can get it done as early as possible, the much easier it is for me to hit that daily goal. All right, I just got back inside. I just took a pretty huge dump, and now I am making some food, and I'll probably make some coffee as well. It's a little past 8:30 right now, and I'm currently at 3,467 steps just from 1 hour of walking. So it's only 8:30, and I'm already a third of my way to 10,000. So I'm in a pretty good spot right now, and I'm very happy about that. All right, here's what the food looks like. This is a pack of oatmeal. This is from the brand is called Kodiak. I've always liked their products. And then I have some yogurt. I've never had this kind. Black raspberry. I didn't know raspberries were black. I only knew that they were red. And then I have some coffee. This is a Wegmans K-Cup, the Keurig. I was fancy and I used my Keurig today. I usually use the bootlegged instant coffee, my Cafe Bustelo, but I figured I bought it the other day, and I was I want to try it because, I want to switch things up every now and then. I don't want to always drink my usual Cafe Bustelo. So this is a vanilla. They say it's vanilla flavored, but it's really just vanilla scented, because when I drink the coffee, I don't actually taste any vanilla. I can only smell it from afar. But if I get close to it, I don't smell vanilla. I only smell coffee. I can only smell the vanilla from afar. I don't know, but I'm still gonna like it because it's still coffee. I've never really been picky about coffee, so even though I've never had this one in particular before, I'll still enjoy it. So I guess I have a little breakfast morning mukbang before I have my haircut I need to leave in about 45 minutes, so I need to eat this, and then I gotta wash the dishes, and then ideally I'll try to poop again, and then shower, and then get my hair cut. I'm honestly a bit nervous for the haircut, and you'll know why in a bit. Let's try this coffee. I mean, it's drinkable. Alright, so this is what black raspberry looks like. It's not bad. The color and the taste, honestly, kind of reminds me of like the Trader Joe's blueberry yogurt. It's like the same exact color. The taste, the flavor tastes kind of like fake, like processed a bit. I probably won't get this one again. It's not terrible, but at least for these like individual cups, I think I like the blueberry one the most. I just made it to my haircut place. My haircut is in about 5 minutes. My hair is so long. It's been either like exactly a month or like a little over a month since I've, cut my hair. And usually twice a week I'll do the sides of my hair, but I don't do anything off the top because every time I try it, I give myself a bowl cut, and I don't know how to do it. I'm not good at it. But this is long overdue, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm a bit nervous because I'm going to ask her something a little bit different, so I don't know how my barber's going to do. So I am nervous for that, but I do want some change, I moved to a new apartment. I feel like I also need a new hairstyle, so this is going to look a lot different, and hopefully it'll look decent. So this is how it looks. Okay, so once I get back, I'll show you what my new hairstyle looks like. Here it is. Here's the haircut. I am very happy with it. I was worried because basically I asked for a much shorter cut, and this barber that I've been going to is like fairly new because I started going to him last year. So I didn't know how it would turn out. Because sometimes if I ask, in my past experiences, when I ask a barber, a bit shorter, they kind of just shave off my whole head. But I showed him a picture, and he got the job done. He did very well, so I'm very happy with it. I don't know. I see people with the buzz cuts, and I feel like I kind of want to go towards that route of having a more shorter and clean haircut. But not buzz cut where it's I'm nearly bald, but still have some hair, but it's still pretty short. So I'm kind of heading towards that direction of what I want my hairstyle, because I feel like the long hair that I had, that I usually have, I mean, it's not super long, but it just feels too long to me, and it just, after a couple weeks, it feels messy. My hair just feels very sloppy, and I just don't think it looks good. But yeah, I'm very happy with this haircut. I just got out the shower too, and I feel good. I'm gonna do some laundry. I do a load of laundry nearly every day. I know some people, they do all of their laundry once a week, but doesn't that take a long time? I always have something to wash, so I'm literally doing this every single day. Um, and what's funny is I just started a load of laundry, and look at this. So, I've been living here for over a week now. I've been doing laundry like every day. But look at this. I have the washer going, and I put the detergent in here. But I just realized, like just like a minute ago, you put the detergent in here. Look, you take this out, and you can put your detergent right in there. I've been putting it directly in there this whole time. So, I don't know, I just thought that was kind of funny. I didn't really realize that until now. Here's a look at my manga shelf. And if you recall from my last apartment, I had basically 3 bookcases for books. 2 of them had manga on them, but I wanted to like downsize and have like less things. I don't want to say like I'm trying to be a minimalist, but like I just wanted to reduce the amount of things that I have, so I condensed everything into one shelf. But as you can see, pretty much everything is full, and I do plan to buy more manga. I have a certain budget that I have every month that I can spend towards, buying new manga. So for example, like this one, Hirayasumi, this is an ongoing series that I've been really enjoying, so I'm going to continue buying it. And then, like down here, I have Way of the House Husband, Yotsuba. These are some of my favorite like slice of life series, and I still need to. I want to finish collecting the whole series. But if I want to do that, realistically, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these series. I think maybe like what I'm thinking right now is like Dragon Ball, for example. Like I haven't really reread this series in a long time, but I still want to keep like at least one volume. So my thought process is I can hold on to like this first volume, and I love the cover of this, by the way. I can hold on to the first volume, but then maybe like these other volumes, so 2 through 6, I can maybe sell those off, and I might do that for some of these other series. I'm thinking about doing that for Promised Neverland, because I have not read this in a while. I only have the first half of it. I used to own all of it, but the first half is amazing, and then the second half is just like meh. But I have not reread this, so I don't want stuff to be just sitting on my shelf if I'm not gonna like reread it. I feel like there's other series like this one I do plan to reread, so I want to keep it here. This is an amazing series, so I'm gonna keep it. This one I'm on the fence about. Kaiju number 8, I recently finished this series, so like I want to keep it. Blue Box, this is probably like my favorite like Shonen Jump series of all time, so I do want to hold on to it. And this series is ongoing as well, so I do need more space for this series as well. So as you can see, given that I have limited shelf space, I kind of need to figure out like what I want to, like how I should go about like freeing up some space just so I can continue buying more manga and just being able to fit everything onto one shelf. So I just have this, I have my camera on the tripod right now, and it's just sitting on my manga shelf. But just to give some like first impressions, first thoughts about this camera, the DJI Action 5. I like it a lot. It's literally, it feels like almost the same way. Obviously, this is a little bit heavier compared to the Osmo Nano. And let me go grab that real quick. Here is my Nano. And then this is my Pocket 3 that I used. This camera, I regret getting it.
I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to hold on to it still, but I regret buying this. I will say the one nice thing is that like the camera detaches from here, but the battery life, if you detach it, is not that great because I record everything in 4K. But even when the camera is connected to like the body of it, the battery life is still not that good. And I've had some issues where this camera, even when it's connected, if it's running for over like 2 minutes, it just stops recording. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like this, my camera has this problem, but it's kind of annoying. For this one, the DJI Action 5, it's been running for over 2 minutes now, and I have not had any issues. It hasn't like turned off on me. It hasn't crashed on me, anything like that. Something I also like with this is that there are two screens. So there's one in the back and then there's one here on the front. So I can see my face when I'm recording. Obviously with this one, I don't have that capability. And I also don't have that with my Pocket 3. Normally when I'm filming with my Pocket 3, like if I'm filming like a podcast, not really a podcast, but let's say like if I'm doing like a food video and I'm recording with this one, I usually have my phone out in front of me and I have the Mimo app open where I can see my face. But with this one, I can see myself. I can see the background, so I can see that, you know, everything looks good. So I do like how this one has, you know, two screens, front and the back. In terms of the battery life, this one is a lot better. I think this one, if I'm recording in 4K, it lasts about 2 hours. Compared to the Nano lasts about an hour if I'm recording in 4K. And I don't know, me personally, like I get really paranoid. Like this is like with my phone too. Like if my phone battery goes below like a certain percentage, like below like 50%, like I start to get worried, like, oh, my phone is gonna die. Which, I mean, it never happens, but like, I don't know, I get that like anxiety if the battery just starts to drop. So for me, like battery life and quality is super important to me. I will say this, for the DJI Action 5, the battery life and the quality is better than this Osmo Nano. So if you are wanting like a smaller camera, but you want like good quality and good battery life, I would say consider getting the Action 5 or just like any DJI action camera over the Nano. The action camera is going to cost more money, but again, if you're prioritizing the quality, battery life, I would say the action is a better investment for you. I also have a bunch of like art prints and all of the stuff that you see here. It's stuff that I had on my walls at my last apartment. And last week I tried to like put some things up at my last apartment. For a lot of these, I just used like washi tape and just stuck it onto the walls. I tried that last week, but then after about an hour, like if the AC is running, everything just falls off. So that's why I have these command strips, and I bought some more, so that's gonna, you know, be a lot better. I'm thinking about putting all of these together like onto like just one wall, so it's almost like a collage. So I'm gonna take some time to think about how I want to set this up, and I want to get this done today just because this has been sitting on my coffee table for a whole week now, and it's driving me crazy. I want this removed. I want this removed from my table. Here is how it looks. Do a close-up of everything. I didn't really have too much thought on the placement. I kind of just did it on a whim, basically. But this is the final result. As you can see, if I go back a bit, I have my walking pad there. So I have this up here, and I have a lot of wall space. So I could continue to build upon this. If I get more artwork, I can continue putting it here on this wall. I don't really have the AC running. There's a vent right there, so eventually I'll see what happens. Like, if I turn the AC on and the air starts blowing, what's going to happen to this? I use command strips for all of this, so it should stay on, but we'll see what happens. I was going to go to the bookstore, but I was afraid I might buy something, and I don't need to buy anything right now, so I'm just outside walking and enjoying the weather. Currently at 5,500 steps, so I'm in a good spot for sure. I really need to pee though. I hope there's a public restroom nearby, but I really gotta pee, like really badly. It's very nice. I've been walking around trying to see if there's like a porta potty. Can't find one. I know I'm out in nature right now, so I could just like pee wherever, but there's a lot of people out walking. I don't want to run into the risk of me peeing and someone walking by me, because I think you can get in trouble for that. So I think I'm gonna go up this way. There's people playing tennis and pickleball. I'm gonna go up this way. I'm gonna see if there's like I think there's some stores nearby. See if I could go in there. I got to pee. I found a place with a public bathroom. So thank you to this place right here. This grocery outlet here in Falls Church. That felt so good. I peed for like 45 seconds straight. So I feel good now. There's a comic book shop that I always drive through. It's called Victory Comics here in Falls Church. I've never been inside, but I'm right here, so I might as well just check it out. So the comic book store was pretty cool. There was a whole other section that I didn't film because it was like a place where people were playing like a game. I don't know what game it was. It was like some sort of card game. Maybe it was like Magic the Gathering. I didn't film that just because there was like a lot of people in there, and I didn't want to like seem like weird because like I've never been in there before, and then people are sitting there like, who's this guy filming us, you know? So I didn't film that part, but the store itself is pretty cool. I was looking through some of the comics because I've been wanting to get into like collecting like single issue comics. I'm really interested in like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series. A lot of those were kind of expensive. Like there was one volume that was like $40. Everything else was at least $10. Compared to the used bookstore I go to in Manassas, McKay's, like you can buy a single issue for like a couple bucks. But granted, at McKay's, it's used, and it's just a bunch of random stuff. But yeah, I still think the store is worth going to. I guess if you're like an actual collector. I can definitely see myself going back there one day. I think just right now, you know, and I showed it earlier, my manga shelf is completely full. Like, I gotta figure out, like, I need to get rid of some stuff before I want to start, you know, buying more books again. It's about 3:20 right now. I got my 10,000 steps in, so I'm happy about that. But off camera, I basically just finished my 10,000 steps, and then I went to my old apartment. Actually, my lease ends on Monday, and I needed to turn in my keys, so I had some, you know, free time today, so I drove over there and dropped it off. Now I'm back. It's, you know, again, like 3:20 in the afternoon. I'm gonna do some cooking, some meal prepping for the week. I mean, I've been using like the stove and the microwave and stuff, but I haven't done like a full, like, usual, like, weekly, my like usual weekly like meal prep here in this kitchen yet. I have some like chicken thighs, and then I have some ground beef, and then I'll like heat up some like frozen vegetables, and then I'll make some rice in my rice cooker. So while I do that, I usually just like have like a YouTube video on, or just something like some music or something. Right now I'm just listening to this podcast, Los and His Dad, with Bradley Martin. I've listened to this like multiple times, but it's just it's good for like background noise. All right, the ground beef is done. I'm gonna cook this chicken here in the same pan that I cooked the beef in, and then I have the rice there, and then I'll cook the vegetables last. I was planning to do like a time lapse and like film myself cooking with the camera on, but I didn't want to overwhelm myself just because it's my first time cooking in this kitchen, and I have a lot less space in here compared to my last apartment. So yeah, it's a little bit overwhelming for me, but so far, so good. Okay, the chicken is done. This is what it looks like. I had to put it in 2 containers. Rice is still going, and then I have to cook my vegetables. I just have like frozen vegetables. But yeah, I always like to clean as I go, just so I don't have like a sink piled up with dirty dishes. So I'm gonna, while I'm, you know, cooking the vegetables, I can, you know, clean up a bit around here. All right, I'm done cooking. I cleaned up my kitchen. I took the trash out. I'm here at, I don't know if you can even see it, but I ordered a pizza from Domino's. It's $10 for any type of pizza with like, you can get like 6 to 7 toppings. So I got a pan pizza, got 6 toppings for $10, and then it's $1 of tax, so it's $11. But that's a really good deal, because usually those pizzas are like $20. And I saw a picture of some pizza on Reddit the other day, and I was really craving it, and I was like, you know, today's been a good day. I got my exercise in pretty quickly. You know, I got to 10,000 by like 3 o'clock, and got a lot done today. So, you know what? I'm gonna, you know, treat myself to this pizza. So I placed the order before I got in the car. So once I drove over, now I'm here. It should be ready. So I'm gonna go inside and pick it up. I'm back home now. This thing smells good, and I'm pretty hungry. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is a pan pizza, and it comes with this like white thing. I've seen these at like fancy pizza restaurants, but I didn't know Domino's did this as well. I never knew what exactly it was. But anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this pizza. I'm so hungry right now. I'm not gonna film myself eating this because I'm gonna do that in a separate video. So I have this, you know, day in the life video, testing my Action 5, but I'm gonna do a separate video I'm gonna do like a mukbang video of myself eating the pizza. So if you're interested in that, I will have that video posted after this one. All right, it is 6 p.m. right now. I just got out the shower. I've taken 3 showers today. I've done a lot today. Oh, and by the way, I ate half of that Domino's pizza. I'll probably eat the other half later tonight. But it's only 6 p.m. right now. I'm going to, I guess, close out the video here. For the rest of the day, I'm basically going to be, transferring all of my footage to my Mac. So that includes like all of my Action 5 footage from today, as well as the other video I just filmed, my Domino's pizza video. So I gotta transfer that footage over to my Mac as well. And then I also need to edit, I need to edit 2 videos actually. So once I transfer today's footage, I'll have like basically 4 videos in my backlog that I need to edit. One of them is just like a personal family thing, so I'm not going to be posting that here on YouTube. But yeah, I definitely have a lot to edit, a lot to do, so I'm going to spend some time doing that. And then later tonight, I will be streaming. If you don't know, I try to stream Wednesdays and Saturday nights. I'm currently playing Pokemon Leaf Green. It's been fun. I get at most like 1 viewer. But you know, I do it just because it's like, you know, I don't know. I have fun doing it, even if it's like, if there's no one there, it's whatever. But yeah, I'll do that later tonight. But yeah, just gonna close this out here. Overall, this Action 5 is a great camera. I'm very happy that I picked it up, and I got it at a discount as well, so I'm happy about that. You know, I'll definitely continue to do more like day in the life, and I feel like I'm more using this camera feels more discreet compared to using my Osmo Pocket 3. I feel like that one is more like noticeable compared to this Action 5. I feel more comfortable just filming in public with this one. So I'll definitely use this camera out in public more often. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. If you enjoy this kind of content, please let me know. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next one.